Welcome, all right. Welcome everybody to Pinstripe
Oh
Chronicles.
no.
Your source for the most entertaining breakdown on the Yankees. Sports isn't scripted, neither are we. I am Tats and I am
Clearly not.
and it's even when these games they get you so frustrated and you just wait and you're like, it does always seem to work. And we had a really nice, relaxing game. It wasn't overly stressful. And then comes Chapman. And it's you had Holmes warming up in the bullpen, and I was like, all right, finally, they're not going to Chapman automatically, especially after when you had the game before when he came in a non-save situation and made you sweat. Uh, going to him again. I understand that you don't want to just completely shatter their confidence. We said that before. You want to show that look, you might not have had a good outing, but we still have you back. But these games, you have to make sure that you're putting your best to close out these games. And Holmes has been one of those top guys that have been able to shut down the opposing lineups and any state of the lineup. And so I was really that one had me scratching my head. And then especially because Chapman's Chapman. It was one of those we could have almost started the show going, Boone made his first mistake. What was your take on Chapman coming in over Holmes for that ninth inning yesterday?
Well, my take on Chapman is he can't keep his fastball in the zone. He's not locating his fastball. I've been saying it. I've been saying it for a couple of podcasts now. If he's not throwing his fastball for strikes, he's done. He's toast because he can't be relied upon. And you can obviously tell within the first batter if he's got it or not. So I would have definitely after the third batter gone him the hell out of the out of the freaking game ASAP because he's just going to blow the game. We got very, very lucky there. Very, very, very lucky there that pop-up game because earlier Mullins had a fastball over the plate that he could have easily drilled into the corner and won the game for the Orioles. So we got very, very lucky. Chapman, every fastball that he threw was 3 feet outside the strike zone, was going way over the catcher's head. Left, right, center, up, down, not locating it at all. He doesn't know what he's doing with these fastballs. He's just an awful freaking pitcher right now. I don't know why they keep running them out there. We don't owe him anything other than $18 million, which is completely overpaid for what he is.
Very much.
That was so. You know what? Of course, they should go with Holmes. They should have gone with Holmes and Mullins at bat, but we got lucky. Chapman got lucky, and I'd say Boone got lucky. I think he had a guy warming up for a reason, and 5-3 game suddenly turned into 5-4, and then runners on the in scoring position, 2 runners in scoring position. He got very, very lucky, got out of that. He was awful previous outing, awful the outing before that. He's been awful basically over the last 3-4 outings, 5 outings in a row, because he's not locating his fastball whatsoever. He is a big problem, and the Yankees need to stop pushing so hard with him because he's eventually going to cost you a bunch of games. He's already cost you one this week. Do you want to add another one? Jesus.
But to put a positive spin on the pitching from yesterday was the credit's got to go to Michael King.
Yep.
The innings he saved, in that bullpen, and not having to just keep switching every inning. You're getting 3 innings out of them. What do you have? 9 batters, 6 strikeouts. That's what you want.
Man.
That's what you want out of your long relief.
So clutch. I mean, he's gonna not just be long relief very soon, man. He's probably gonna be a setup man pretty soon. He got the Yankees out of jail again, and he's just such a got great movement on his pitches. His pitches are I've always got elite stuff there now. That was a tight situation that he came in and he got out of. So he's been awesome, man. He's awesome. I mean, listen, the bullpen's great apart from Chapman. The whole bullpen is absolutely fine apart from Chapman. I've got far more faith in everyone apart from Chapman. So, it's pretty clear. And I don't think Boone has that much faith in him, because if he had much faith in him, he wouldn't have got somebody warming up as soon as he got himself in a little bit of trouble. So, the Yankees really need to look at this closer situation, because you might get away with it against the Orioles because it's the Orioles, but against a quality opposition, he's not getting out of that inning. And the Yankees need to be smart about this, because they're not just aiming to win the division; they need to go far in the playoffs. And if Chapman's your closer in the playoffs, no chance.
No. No, I think the combination, like you alluded to, with going from King to Holmes, maybe mixing Loizaga and Green in there once in a while.
Yeah,
I think that's a more confident look from the fans' point of view, that they could finish out these games, because the whole narrative of, well, these it's a soft part of our schedule having to play Baltimore so much, and well, yeah, but it was pointed out, on a Twitter thread, that the reason that we're so excited, we're supposed to beat these teams. If we did not beat these teams, it would be a disaster. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I think Chris Rodriguez was the one that made that comment. If we did not win these games, we would be acting like the world has fallen. So it's just handle your business. And that's what the Yankees have been doing.
Oh yeah, they're still doing it.
So
you just need to be a little bit smarter with this closer situation. But yeah, I don't want to overly harp on Chapman, because he is literally the only blemish on what has been to this point as much as as close to a perfect start to the year as you could possibly ask for from the Yankees. This Yankee team is absolutely a machine. They are relentless, and they're even managing to overcome an incompetent closer, which says a lot about how well constituted this team is. And I hold my hands up. I wasn't expecting this team to be nearly as good as this. This is fantastic stuff. And I'm really happy I was wrong. I love being wrong. This is awesome.
This is the beginning of the season. We said we were going to have some, it's ebbs and flows. We were going to have ups and downs, but it's been pretty much up since that first series with Baltimore that we lost the series.
We're looking at the '98 team, and the classic teams of the 30s. That's the kind of hot streak that we're on at the moment. There's only a couple of teams in the history of the Yankees that are as good in the first 35, 36 games as this current Yankee team. So it really says it all, man. Says it all. Credit to Boone, credit to Blake, credit to Harkey, credit to Luis Rojas. I think they're all doing a really good job.
Yep.
And then we'll obviously get to Aaron Judge, who's just absolutely sensational. Let's be honest.
Yeah, before we really get into Judge, because I have him as pretty much the closing argument to kind of end on a positive after winning a game. But the other player that's really been extremely disappointing, and really just he's performed to the level where you can't rely on him anymore, and that's Joey Gallo. It's another 0 for yesterday. I think he had 5 at bats I saw in the box score, and no hits. So he's not really doing much. And I think it's time that he becomes that. We always said that with the extra position player, it would iron itself out. And I think it's starting to, with Gallo not being able to produce. He can't be a guy that you rely on an everyday basis for a lineup. You can't do it. When he's in the lineup, it's almost like an automatic out, because he is the only player, and we know what kind of player he is. He's that 5-3 outcome, but it's
3 true outcome.
He hasn't bought into the way.
Did you just say it's 3 true outcome?
Whatever.
Whatever. Did you just say a 5-3 outcome?
Yeah.
What in the name of heavens is that? That might kill your Gallo argument.
I was going to say,
please continue if you can.
Yeah. you can't have a guy that's going to be, be looked at as an automatic out that is not buying into the way that the Yankees have been playing and not making the adjustments like everybody else in that lineup has made. They're trying, you're seeing a good effort to hit against the shifts now, looking for, paying attention to the defensive alignment. Gallo's not doing that. So it's time for him to ride the bench until he can figure it out.
Wow. I think that's overly harsh. First of all,
No, I don't think it is.
one of his at bats literally went to the warning track, and if they, they've obviously moved the fences back in left field, and I think that there was a chance that would have gone on another day. He's actually hitting the ball a little better recently, and he's hit some more home runs. He's certainly been better than he has at the start of the year. I don't have the stats right immediately in front of me, but I know that he has been much better of late. He's always said, "Listen, I wish I was DJ LeMahieu. I wish I could hit like DJ LeMahieu." But this is the hand. No, but as you said, this is the hand he's been dealt. That's not the type of player he is. You can't just make yourself into somebody else. He is what he is, man. The Yankees signed up for somebody who is a 3 true outcome player. He is a guy that strikes out a ton. He's a guy that walks a ton. And the guy that when a fastball is hittable in the zone, he'll crush it. That's just who he is. He's always going to be a low average batter. If you can get him in the 220s, this is an incredible year for him. He's just not that type of hitter. Do I want that type of hitter in my lineup? No, I don't like it. And I've been saying it for a while now. I don't think Joey Gallo is the kind of Yankee bat that we want. I just think that they need someone who has a little bit more contact in him. But he isn't necessarily been a massive problem at the moment. I mean, he'll still give you reasonable defense in the outfield. I mean, yeah, Gold Glove, but he's not been a Gold Glove caliber glove for the Yankees since coming here. And obviously, offensively, he's not been great either. I mean, I don't like him as a player. I like him as a person, he's a good guy, and I'm rooting for him to at least be league average to help steady this lineup. But I don't think he has been either. But I don't think it's a case of what you were saying where he's not buying in. He's doing exactly what the Yankees want him to do, man. They want him to draw walks, draw deep counts. He's doing that. They want him to play okay outfield. He's doing that. And they want him to square up on fastballs. He's doing that. So is it the kind of player that I want in my team? Absolutely not. Well, are you being overly harsh? Yeah, probably. I think if you want to target a player who the Yankees really need to be moving on from is Aaron Hicks. Now that's someone that I'm willing to get on board with. I don't think he's the type of player that the Yankees need either. But Joey Gallo, I would look to trade him at the trade deadline. I think that you don't want to offer him a new contract. He's not a guy that you want to offer a new contract for. He's not worth that. But nor do I really want him to go for free either. I think there's a modicum of value, not a massive value. The Yankees haven't really gotten a lot out of him since coming here, so his value has definitely deteriorated since we made that deal. It's not been a trade that's worked. But to your point, I think it's a bit of both. I think you could make the argument that he's doing a bit better. Certainly statistically, the numbers are getting a little bit better for him. But I would also say that, yeah, I think that the Yankees need someone that has a little bit more contact in him. Yeah, I think you're maybe being a little overly harsh on him. I would focus more on Aaron Hicks, to be honest.
Well, I guess that's a fair point. I am being hard on him, because I'm a Yankee fan. I expect the best out of all my players every day. Even if you're not going to have all the results that we want, nobody's going to go out, about 1,000 every game. But goddamn, try. It just seems like
he is trying. I just
most.
don't think he's that type of player, man. He isn't a type that's going to hit you for a high average. Cashman signed up for that. That's on him, man.
So, we'll agree to disagree that I'm being overly hard on Gallo, but
I can't believe I'm defending Gallo because I'm not a Gallo fan. But
no, I know you're not. That's why I actually thought you were going to be like, yeah, I can see, it's a little harsh, but I see what you said, but no, the one thing that it has been apparent, is being harsh, is Judge has just been harsh on the Orioles this series, and he is just killing it. 4 hits yesterday, 2 home runs. Could have had 3 if it wasn't for that stupid wall being, pushed back. And it's this guy. He's just killing it. 12 home runs now, leading the majors. I think he's leading the majors in home runs right now. The top 5 home run hitters in the league right now, or 3 of them are Yankees.
That's
So
awesome.
it's a wonderful thing to see in the numbers. And you also saw his arm on display. They actually, I forget which runner was on base, but they actually hesitated to advance the base when the ball was hit to Judge. Because they knew that it was, there was a strong possibility that they were getting cut off at the plate. He's also dominating with his defense. So he's just paid a man, paid him. When they sit down for arbitration, just give him a check.
100%. And also, I believe he actually has 14 home runs this year. And he's the 8th time, he's the 5th player in Yankee history to hit at least 14 home runs in the team's first 36 games. That's only A-Rod and Babe Ruth have done that. So he's in pretty exalted company right now. So yeah, he's definitely not on 12. He's he's doing some special things. He's crushing the ball, man. And actually, I would make the argument that
Yeah,
he's
you're
at
right.
the moment.
14.
Yeah, there
That's
you
2
go.
mistakes for me today.
Another
I'll
L
get one more strike.
another L for Tats. Jeez, Lou. If you, I would actually make the argument that Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball right now. This year, he's the best player in baseball. I would absolutely bank on that. I don't think anyone's having a better year than what Aaron Judge is having this year. Also, the catch that he made at the wall, that was probably a home run, but he's a big dude, so he caught that easily. But so he's giving you everything. He's giving you the glove. He's playing flawless center field. He's hitting for average. He's driving in runs, and he is tattooing the ball at a historic rate, at a Babe Ruth rate, an A-Rod rate. So 2 of the greatest hitters in baseball history, and he's right there with them. So this is the contract saga. If you wanted to put a positive spin on it, he bet on himself. And it's he's proven to be right to bet on himself, because I actually thought that, it was a semi-fair offer, but it's 32 AAV fair for someone of his caliber? No, I think he actually should be paid in the 35 and the 36 range, 36 mil a year range, and he's going to get it this year. He's going to get it. I'm telling you, I think the Yankees, you'd get to the All-Star break and just say, what do you want? What do you need?
Yeah.
We're giving it to you. I'm not going to take you to an arbitration hearing, because then I am not going to have you sit through a hearing telling you what you're doing wrong when you're the best hitter in baseball right now. So let's make this work for both sides. Let's do a little bit of give or take. If you're happy to take a little bit less years, but I'll up your AAV, then let's fricking do this thing. I'm not having you hit free agency where there's a chance that a California team or the Mets get involved. That's not happening. You're the best player in baseball right now, so let's fricking pay the man. He's absolutely tattooing the ball. I mean, listen, it was batting practice. Those fastballs and changeups were literally right dead center, and he
that's not Judge's fault.
He's
hitting the pitches.
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely, and he's dealing with them. He absolutely dealt with them. So, the Orioles suck, which is awesome. But no, Aaron Judge is he's having an amazing year already. He's gonna have an amazing year. We need to pay him, and he's the best player in baseball right now.
Yeah. And then the other breakdown from yesterday was the where we had a discussion yesterday was with Tyone, and What did you take out of Tylen's outing yesterday?
Not great, but he's doing what
Manageable.
he's doing what we always expect of him. He'll give you a quality start, and it was still a quality-ish start. He went over 5 innings. He only gave up the 3 runs. It's 6 innings, 3 runs is a quality start. He's always in that range. So that's the positive that you take when his stuff isn't great. He did have trouble with some of his location. I think he was just kind of doing what he could just to get through the innings. Sometimes you just don't have your stuff, but the fact that he's able to keep us in the game, to allow King to clean it up, and to allow Aaron Judge to carry him to the dub, then that's all I could really ask for him. All 5 of our guys are gonna keep us in ball games.
Yeah,
that's just a fact. So was he great? No, but he did enough, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and then we have Cole going tonight, so that gives you the utmost confidence that we're going to win another series. So it's just everything's looking, everything's coming up bases with the Yankees right now. Especially with the way that these starters have been able to navigate through these, through all these lineups, even though they've seen, they've seen the Orioles so many times already. It seems, like you were saying yesterday, it feels like they're the only team we're playing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm in Toronto, and the White Sox would be the only teams that we've ever.
Yeah, actually, we get the White Sox right after this series.
Oh my God, no, the White Sox! God, done with Chicago, please.
Yeah, so that now we get the home series. So
that's good.
And then we're done with them. But we're gonna so many games we haven't even seen freaking Tampa yet. It's insane that we've gone this long without playing Tampa. And I want to play Tampa now while we're hot and they're hurt.
While we're hot, yeah. But that's the positive about playing the White Sox right now. We're red hot, and they're kind of stuffling a little bit.
Their top 2 pitches are down right now. So
yeah, so if there's a time to play the White Sox, they will get better, and they will be pretty good as the year goes on. So if there's a time to play them, it's now. So that's probably worked out in our favor.
No, when you marry together with last year and so far this year, we've done very well with that against their offense. The Field of Dreams game, we all know that those balls were altered to fly all over the place. But we've been we have one series where we swept them, and then I think we split the Field of Dreams. Then we just had the Field of Dreams game. I think that was our only loss to them last year.
We played well against them last year, and we're playing well against them now.
No, exactly. Then this year we handled business the same way we did.
Yeah. So that is, if that's a good sign, like if we did face them in a playoff series, you got to feel pretty good about your chances.
Well, that's what it is. You're able to go into that mentality when you're playing these top, the teams that are expected to win their divisions. Is all right. We already handled them in the regular season. Why is it? Let's not have a different mentality. Let's just let's just play the way we've been playing. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to alter anything because it's the postseason. I know we're really getting ahead of ourselves with that, but it's keep that mentality of we're better than you. You may get a shot in once in a while and get a run, but you can't stop us.
That's been the mentality all year. All year I'm saying this. We're only in a month or so in it, but so far that's been the mentality. So far that's been the mentality. Every day they're coming into the ballpark fresh and ready to go and trying to win that day. It's a definite different mentality. We didn't see this last year or the year before or the year before that. So this is a much fresher attitude. I can't say enough about Josh Donaldson. He's getting on base more. He's on a nice on base streak. But not just that, playing good defense, but also he's a great locker room guy. I think he's definitely helped out in the locker room. There's just a different feeling in there. There's a good mix. And I know that Aaron Boone has said in his interviews how much he loves managing this team because he loves their attitude, and it's been a pleasure to manage them. So, I think that mentality will carry through.
Yep. No, it's definitely, and it's almost like the last time it was just the two of us where we brought up Donaldson. He just came out, and just got a great couple of games, and he's been carrying it in. Rizzo looks like he's just about to completely come out of that cold streak. LeMahieu, he's gonna, him I'm not worried about. I know the other day he had a 3 strikeout game, which only has happened 5 times since he's come to this team. And he's only done it 20 times in his career.
Wow.
So we're somewhere in the 20 range. I might not be exact on that number. It is me talking, but John and Susan were talking about that on the radio broadcast about
Right.
it's so rare for him to have a day like that. And he's only done it a handful of times. So it's just, he was going to be fine.
Well, he got a ribby yesterday. So.
That's what I'm saying. He looks like he's just, it was a very short little hiccup where he decided game where we're not used to seeing him like that. So you start to, you pay just a little more attention than you would. And then you get a game yesterday where he's able to contribute, and as long as the defense is not being affected by anybody's offense, just stay focused on what at the task at hand.
What I like is that Gleyber Torres didn't overthink his error, because he gave up an error which cost him a run, and he came back with a really nice swing, hard hit ball that scooted past the shortstop. That was a really nice level swing. He stayed.
Which should have been a hit, not an error.
I agree with you. I mean, obviously it was terribly played by the shortstop, but it was so hard hit that it was. It should have been given as a single. I'm actually surprised it wasn't. But I still give him credit because it was a really hard hit ball.
I mean, the run still counted, so that's what matters.
The run card, it counted. It was a big important. It was an important RBI. And earlier in the game, obviously he fluffed and cost him a couple of runs defensively. He isn't the greatest second baseman in the world. He's a terrible shortstop, but I'm telling you what, offensively he's coming around. So I was happy that he didn't let that affect him, because that was something that's affected him in the past, where he'd carry errors into his offense and both would struggle. But it looks like this is a different Torres this year, better mentality. So as I say, I'm loving the locker room, man. They're all holding each other accountable, and that's all I ask. That's what I wasn't seeing last year, but I'm seeing that this year. There's accountability. They're working hard. They're doing what it takes, man. So, yeah, a lot of things to be really happy about, apart from Chapman.
Yeah, no, it's just been, Chapman's just the problem. I still shake my head. I know we won the game. It shouldn't even be once the game is over and you have the win in your pocket, just take it and go home. But it's just, there's going to come a time where it's not going to work out for them, and it's just going to.
I don't know how much more evidence do you need that the Yankees
when
need.
it happens.
How much more evidence do the Yankees need? I mean, it's been every year for the last 3 years he has a meltdown for a long period of time. Last year it was mid-season. This year it's right out the gate. So, I mean, how much more evidence do the Yankees possibly need that he is not your closer? So they need to be working this out. Who can pitch the ninth inning? Because it's not Chad Green. Loaiza has kind of struggled this year. I'm surprised at that, because normally I would say it should be him. So if not him, then I think it should be Clay Holmes. So I think the Yankees need to be working out Clay Holmes in the ninth inning. See if he's got it, because you don't actually know until you try. So I would certainly try the next time that there's a safe situation come up. Give it to Clay Holmes. Let's see how he handles it, because some guys can't handle the ninth inning. They might be perfect, have a 0.00 ERA in the 8th or the 7th inning, but if you ask them to come in a safe situation, they struggle.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to happen with him. I'm just saying that can happen. So I would like him to be getting a ninth inning, see how he does. And if he's just as good as he has been since coming here, then make that move, because I trust him a hell of a lot more than I trust that Chapman. Plus, at least Clay Holmes keeps his pitches in the frickin' ballpark. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be. That's very important.
Pretty important. Pretty important.
All right, well, that's gonna wrap up today's show. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on sportname.com/player. Northeast Streaming Sports on Roku, and of course right here on YouTube. Wear your pinstripes with pride and play hard.